What's up, guys? Today's project, tomorrow's project, this next project I'm working on is putting power steering back into my truck. It is a manual truck right now. It was power steering. I took it out because I didn't like the look of it and it kind of leaked, but mainly because I don't like the look of it. That's kind of how I base most of my stuff on, is the looks, not really function. But now that I've found that I really like autocross, some power steering would be good. So I got a power steering pump that is not for the truck, not for the motor, and we're gonna try to retrofit it. So maybe someone, trying to do the same thing with what they have, this video will work out for you. So what it is a Holley, focus, Holley Saginaw. They're the basic every LS pump. It's for a low mount steering pump. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't know anything about LS motors. Small block guy. Maybe one day I'll get an LS in that, but for now I'm cool with what I have. So I got this for free $99, brand new. So I might as well use it, save myself some money. It's got a Speedway V-band pulley on it, and then we have a small block Chevy mount that serves as a tensioner as well, and that's what we're going to start retrofitting. So I had to do a little modifications to this, to not really the truck, but I had to make up some aluminum spacers to make it work, kind of get the alignment correct for the belt system, and we'll go through that. So yeah, I'll put all the links for everything. I put the power steering pump, the power steering pulley, and the bracket on everything, and then anything else I use. I'll probably have to make up some lines. I'll probably use some radium. I'm kind of a fan of their stuff, so we'll use that. And I bought some ARP bolts because, again, they look really good. Spend a couple more dollars, get something that looks good, and go from there. So we got all of our hardware here, spacers, these bolts. They're 12-point ARP. What are they? They are 3/8/16, 4 inches. With yours it might be a little bit different, but that works for me with my spacers, and put it on. There are 2 spacers in here, if you can see right there. I just put them in prior to installation, and then I'll put my spacers on as well. It should be pretty straightforward. So I do know this isn't my last time taking this off, so I will put some Loctite on it, and when I do mock it up, I'm going to use that position as my start point, because as far as we go over here, I might run into lines when we put in our new power steering, so we'll just have to see about that. If we run into a bigger issue, then I will remove this and make a remote reservoir, but I hope that's not the case, because I think we're all right. We should be all right. And pro tip, I took one of my old belts that didn't fit properly. I don't know what really happened to it, but I cut it in half, and I was using it to kind of mock up what was straight on it, and pretty dead nut straight. There's no angle to that, things like that, so I'm pretty happy with where that sits. And there's a better look of the setup. Forgive it for being very dirty, but as you can see, we're looking pretty good. Get that lined up pretty dang good. So in the last segment, I did install that, or mocked it up. Had to take it off because now we are going to replace my manual box with all our power steering stuff. So took off the headers, took out the shaft, things like that. Got some stuff in the mail, so we'll head on over here. I'll show you what I got. So that was my old steering shaft, a Flaming River, I believe. Never fit quite right. I got it off a truck I parted out, and I had to do a lot of modification to get it to fit my old header setup, but my new header setup cleared it. But I like brand new things when I start to build stuff, so Went with a Hooker Blackheart series for the first gen S10. Yes, I have a second gen, but it does have a first gen column. You can go back in my videos and see why I did that swap. But this is actually a little beefier. I like it. Compared to this, yeah, these are, I mean, you can see how loose everything was. Who knows how old that was. This, they're, don't have too much movement to them, but yeah, you can probably re-grease that and pack it, whatever. But we just want to start out brand new. Next thing, I had to get a new pitman arm, so I got the ProForged. There's the numbers right there. Jeez. For the new setup. All my arm, everything else is ProForged, so that's why I went with that. Here is my Borgeson quick ratio. I think there's the info on that if you want to stop and write that down. But I want to go with a quick ratio. I could have went with 10 to 1 or 8 to 1, but being that I'm putting power steering back on, I want to get used to driving with power steering. So just putting a quick ratio in it, I think, is the best option. That way I can get used to it, and yeah, I'll probably upgrade some, down the road. But yeah, we'll install these. Let's get them in. All right, pro tip: when you're assembling this, make sure I cocked it correctly, so we were straight, the wheels straight in the truck, everything like that. Make sure that your pitman arm is on correctly, because it should be facing that way. So it is, what, 3 o'clock in the morning right now. I can't go get a pitman arm puller because I actually tightened it so well to spec, 184 foot-pounds, I believe. So in the meantime, I will be using some ceramic coating and ceramic coating this. Not that I think I might be the first person ever to ceramic coat your steering box, but it's nice new. I'm gonna do it now, so when I go, wash after races or driving, this will be easier to clean and won't get all that road grime, stuck on it, hopefully. No real reason. That's just kind of my MO. Ceramic coat everything that I can, and just I like things clean. I think there was a shirt or a sticker that I saw. It said, maybe someone doesn't remember the place you came in, but they sure do remember the styling of your vehicle. So that's how I kind of live by, I guess. All right, back to this. So this was something that I didn't know about, and I didn't read about either. But as you can see, this does fit an S10, but we have an extra ear right here for a bolt. So we're gonna have to chop this off. So I spared you the cutting, but I used flap wheel. Use this to get it started. I did put a 5-inch cutting wheel on that, and then a flap wheel to make it look nice and pretty-ish. Here's the ear, I guess you could say, cut off. Looks good. I'll probably touch it up with some paint so it's not all raw, but we'll go to putting it in. All right, so we got it in. Fits real well. You can see I made some clearance, taking off that, I'm calling it an ear, whatever you guys want to call it. But I scratched up a bit of the frame. It's starting to chip off. The POR is, what, maybe 19, 20 years old, still looking good. End goal for this chassis would be to get the bracing how I want, pretty much building it how I want, tearing this truck apart, and then welding up holes like this, running things a little bit better, and then taking it to powder coat for the rest of its life. But anyway, we'll get back to this. So you can see I'm gonna touch that up a little bit. All these are tightened down, pretty much sits where the stock location is. It is a little boogered up there, but it is a pretty much a replacement for your ZQ8. It's what, 12.7 to 1 quick ratio, and that's pretty much what your ZQ8 box is. However, I did see some people, they were asking why I'd spend the money on that. Any reman one that I've gotten has always leaked. I wanted to make sure I got a reputable brand, and pay once, cry once is what I always say. And I should be good with this. So I got some parts right now at the powder coater. When they get back, we'll button all this up, put the pulleys back on, mount the steering pump or power steering pump, and then make the lines for it. And then I'll show you guys. Got the hooker steering shaft, so we'll put that in next. All right, so we got our handy dandy shaft right here. I went and took this nut off and backed up the screw as far as I could, because this is pretty much chalked where it should be. Probably, I need to get an alignment after this anyway, but my steering column, it's locked. It's probably a few degrees off, but with the Momo steering wheel I have, we can always move that around to make sure it's straight. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. This right here, again, I do have a first gen steering shaft or steering column, so it's going to go right through, if you guys can see the hole up here. So we'll just put that up there for now. So it'll pretty much mount like that, and then hopefully down here the splines are pretty. Shoo. Dang, that's there's a little muscle to get moving, but I guess that's good. So we'll just mock it up for now. Get that going. In the end. Boom, there we go. So that sits real well. There's gonna be, I don't wanna move it right now, but you have to tighten one of these. And then down here, some instructions say to, I guess, drill a hole in the ribs in the box, but I didn't do that because this, I guess it's a set screw, is sitting on the Borgeson where it's nice and flat. It has like a collar around it, so we should be good there. Maybe when I bolt this thing down for good, we'll see different, because I still got to put my headers are getting ceramic coated, bronze, just to kind of give it some flair. So this is pretty much a mock-up, but I think we're pretty dang good. Just need a tool to tighten that up, but I think we're good. Other than that, I think next I'm gonna start taking the, if I can get this to move, there we go. Start working on that. Kind of gonna lay out all my wiring for the fuel injection, because I'm a very big stickler with organization and wiring. I like it to make it look factory, things like that. So that'll be next. Thanks.